special, watch me hit them with that two-piece. Hit them with that biscuit after honey, cause they too sweet. And she gon' eat it up like she is a bee. Stuck to the pole like it's cold and she me.
Sup? Though, this video was random as hell. But I'm always excited when Mr. Nightmare uploads. You got your popcorn? Got your snacks?
2 months ago, I treated my girlfriend to a vacation in Paris.
Right.
We stayed at some hotel called Hotel Atmospheres.
Right.
My job allows me to work remotely from my laptop on my own hours. Right. So at some points during our couple days there, I would sit in the lounge of the hotel by the Wi-Fi area to get my work done.
Right.
My phone started to ring. It was my girlfriend calling me. As I picked up the phone, I went to the nearby room where the coffee was and poured myself a cup. My girlfriend was calling me from the room, talking about the things we should do that day. When I walked back to the lounge area where I left my laptop, I got a sickly feeling when I realized it wasn't there anymore. I went first thing to the lady at the front desk to
everything locked down. Nobody is leaving and nobody is coming in here until I find my laptop. Alright? Oh, you think this shit funny? You think this shit funny? Huh? Empty your pockets. I understand that a physical laptop cannot fit in your pockets, but empty your pockets. Empty your pockets. Right? And empty your pockets. Okay? Because I know y'all remember that episode on SpongeBob, right? When they was SpongeBob and Patrick were selling chocolates, and they had they went to somebody's house, and they had a bag, and within that bag was another bag, and within that bag was another bag, within the 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 bag. So empty your pockets. Nobody is leaving here until I get my laptop. The original laptop. Okay? Nobody's leaving. Nobody coming in. This place is on full Adidas lockdown. Now, some of y'all may be laughing, smirking, giggling, or whatever, but I'm dead ass serious. Like, if I'm somewhere and I lose my laptop, especially my laptop or my phone, because both my phone and my laptop I do work on. So if I lose that, I lie to you not. So where I'm at is on lockdown. I'm shutting the shit down. Shit, and I'm checking everybody, from babies to infants to teenagers to old people, elderly. Just saying. I don't know why but yeah, I'm very protective over my shit. Very protective. If I don't know you like that, back the hell up.
If she'd seen anyone leave the lounge area with a laptop. She apologized and said she hadn't seen anyone.
She lying.
I asked her to check the cameras, to which she responded with there not being any cameras in the lounge area.
What?
And she was also not in control of the footage that the cameras caught.
She lying.
She would have to get in contact with her manager, who was not working that day.
She lying.
She offered I submit a lost or stolen property form. I was absolutely disgusted with the service and planned on having a word with the manager the next day.
The next day?
I had no choice but to go back to our room and angrily vent to my girlfriend.
Man.
She tried calming me down, saying there was nothing we could do about it, and that it was best we just go out and enjoy the vacation I was paying for.
What?
As angry as I was, I had to accept that she had a point. We both turned off notifications on our phones so we wouldn't be distracted, something we usually did on vacation. Then we went out and explored a great amount of the city, did a little bar hopping, then got back to our hotel late at night. It wasn't until we finally crashed into bed that I opened my phone to check for new emails and texts and such, since I couldn't do that on my laptop now. When I was going through my email, I realized every single email I'd received that day was opened. This included emails from work and a couple relatives. I started to panic, because I knew how much delicate information I had in not just my email account, but my whole computer, which was signed in when I left it. I basically had all my personal information saved on that computer, including home address, phone numbers, personal pictures, passwords, credit card info, bank account info.
Damn.
I was a fool for leaving it unattended to for even a minute.
Jesus.
I immediately changed all the passwords to my emails and other important accounts. That didn't matter for what was about to come, though. After opening my messages app to check my texts, since I hadn't been all day, I noticed text from an unknown number. It was a bunch of pictures that were saved on my computer. Bad, personal pictures that I wouldn't ever want anyone to see.
Oh, damn.
Then there were pictures I didn't remember taking.
What?
Pictures of a hotel hallway and a hotel door. It was our hotel door.
Oh, shit.
There was also a picture of me standing at the front desk talking to the lady about my missing laptop.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, wow. So somebody was eyeballing you, staring you down since the moment you stepped foot in that hotel. Somebody was up to no good since the very beginning. Which is why I feel like y'all already know what I'm about to say. Which is why, especially if you go outside your country, you should have the top of the line, brand smacking new Adidas, right? Just saying, so they can inform you telepathically that somebody in this room is up to no good. So I suggest you get the hell up out of here before something happens. I don't know what it is yet. I have a feeling something about to happen if you don't move and get out of here in the next 6 seconds. Just saying. Take my word for it. I have never been wrong. And the whole time I'm talking as like Adidas. Like yeah.
It was taken from behind the glass door at the entrance of the hotel.
No, it wasn't.
Under all of the pictures was a text saying, I have all of your info,
No,
including your address and your current hotel room.
Jesus.
This was sent using an untraceable phone number. Don't bother contacting the police. The rest of the message basically demanded I pay a certain amount of Bitcoin to a specific Bitcoin wallet address, or else. It literally said, or else. I'm not even fabricating this. I didn't know what else to do besides show my girlfriend the messages, as well as the embarrassing pictures. She started to panic more than me, and she honestly just made me even more tense. I left the room to go to the bathroom to think. He was asking for $1,000 worth of Bitcoin, but even if I paid that, I had no reassurance that this person wouldn't share those pictures or keep my laptop or do God knows whatever or else meant. I decided I wouldn't pay the ransom. My girlfriend agreed with my decision.
Is there a way? First of all, drop the fucking phone. Right? Forget that shit. Is there a way for, like, say for instance somebody does have your laptop, right? And I guess your phone and your laptop are connected. Is there a way for, if somebody steals your laptop, to, like, I don't know, like I don't know why I was thinking self-destruct, but like self, I don't know, shut down, or self never come on, or I don't know, like I just thought about something. What if your devices, laptop, your watch, your phone, whatever, right? What if the only way to access it or to go into your laptop, your watch, your phone, whatever, is only by like your fingerprint. Okay. Not like, I know that like the iPhone already has like the fingerprint, but I'm talking about like all over like your You know, you say, oh, your laptop. You know, I think the new ones have your fingerprint. I don't really know, but I'm talking about like all over. Like, I don't really know how to explain it, and I don't want to talk too long about it. But like, I don't know, like, I don't know how to explain it without dragging this on. All right, say for instance, somebody stole my laptop, right? God forbid. And on here, I have a password, right? So whenever I close my laptop or I put it to sleep and I turn it back on, I put in my password, right? But then it should have another form of like another security, right? And that would be like, I just felt like he got into his laptop way too easily. Now it could have been open already, but I just felt like it was just way too easy for him to get in there. Pause.
I went back to bed. Of course, I was not tired at all anymore. Neither was my girlfriend.
Right.
We sat up, leaning on the headboard of the bed, talking, thinking, and worrying for a couple hours. Then there was a knock at the window of our hotel room.
No, the hell it wasn't.
We both gasped. Well, my girlfriend more so let out a short scream. I turned off the lamp so that whoever was out there couldn't see in. I also shut the shade completely. I didn't bother trying to look out there to see who it was.
Right.
I assured my girlfriend we were safe, though.
You shit.
She whispered we should call the cops or inform the front desk. I told her we would if the problem persisted.
Cluck the front desk. Cluck the people at the front desk. Because you try to get help from them. You try to get help from the people at the front desk. They couldn't do shit. They couldn't do nothing. Which I'm pretty sure they could. But they didn't want to help your ass. So cluck them at the front desk. And also cluck the police. Because some of them bitches fucking take too long to get there. And by the time you get there, you already clucked up.
I then told her to go to sleep.
What?
Meanwhile, I stood in the middle of the room watching over her, while also looking back at the window. I got a text. I looked at my phone, and it said, "I'm looking into your room right now. I'm not playing games." Then there was another knock at the window. I decided to just grow a pair for a couple seconds and open the shade to see who was out there.
My ass.
I pulled the shade open. I couldn't see who it was, but there was someone standing on the other side of the glass looking in. My girlfriend screamed. I told her shh as I pulled it back shut. We packed our things and went to the front desk, telling the lady about the whole situation and requesting another room on one of the upper level floors.
Another room? Bitch, I'm out of that shit. I'm out of Paris. Cluck is you talking about? Vacation done. Over. Finito. Finished. We are done here. Just saying. Why the hell would you stay in the same hotel room? I mean, the same hotel building. The mother clucker is still in the building. You really think changing the rooms is going to change anything? Dumbass.
She said she would alert the authorities and gave us a room card to another room on the 3rd floor. For the rest of the night, we slept close together. Well, I didn't sleep. I was awake all night waiting for a knock at the door. Morning came and the manager was in. So she took a look at the footage from the previous night. And of course, some guy with a baseball cap covering 90% of his face went into the lounge as soon as I left it to get coffee, then walked out with my laptop. There was only one camera that actually caught the man in the act. She said she would forward all video footage with that man over to the police. We were out of there. I blocked the number that was texting me. I had to accept defeat, but I didn't want to think about it anymore. There was nothing I could do about where those pictures would end up or some random person having my address. I canceled my credit cards and changed my passwords. There wasn't much else that creep could do. However, really motivated me to share this story with the internet was the fact that 3 days ago, I got a letter in the mail without a return address. It was addressed to me, and it was a short, straight-to-the-point note saying, "I hope you haven't forgotten. I have all of your information still." It was a horrible reminder that someone out there with bad intentions has not only my address, but my pictures, my phone number, and my name. I've been sleeping with one eye open these past few nights.
Oh, yeah?
If anything happens, I will update.
You sure? You should have been sleeping with Adidas. How does nobody... What, really? So nobody thought about the guy walking in with the baseball cap and a mask covering 90% of his face. Nobody thought that was sus. Nobody thought, something not right. I don't know what it is, but something is not right. It's whatever. What? I wanted to say something else, but I forgot my train of thought. I can't remember. So
there was a time a few months ago that my good friend Ashley lost her phone.
Right.
I'm her best guy friend, so she hit me up on her sister's phone when she realized that whoever had her phone was reading her messages but not responding. I practically reprimanded her for not having a password on her phone.
What I'm saying?
I suggested using Find My iPhone, but she didn't even have that enabled for whatever reason. I met up with her and decided to text her number. I sent a text saying, "Please return my friend's lost phone." Within seconds, it said the person read my text, but they didn't respond. So a minute later, I sent a more aggressive follow-up text. I said, "We can see that you're reading our messages. If you don't respond, we will brick the phone, track it, and it will be useless to you."
Okay. I'm gonna just stop you right there. It sounds like you're about to do some bullshit. Like confront this motherfucker in person. So if you're gonna do that, not only should you have Adidas on, you should go in at least 10, 15 people deep. Just don't go either by yourself or like with one other person. Okay? I don't think that's not a good idea. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Please. If you're gonna confront this person in real life, at least come in 10, 15 people deep. Just saying.
"Please return it now." The person read it right away and said, "Good luck." This infuriated me. I tried to respond, but apparently the person turned off the phone. There wasn't anything we could do now. She had Find My iPhone off, so we couldn't even report it as lost.
All right, forget about it.
I tried to make her feel better and took her out for dinner. When we got back to her house, a light upstairs was on and the garage door was open.
What?
"Are your parents home?" I asked her. "Maybe," she said, "but they weren't supposed to be back from their trip until the next day."
Okay. So we got two options. And not either one of the options is doing some bullshit like going in the house. Okay? So we got two options. One option is we can just stay outside the house and see what happens. Call the police and let them motherfuckers go in there and investigate and all that. Or we can just drive the hell off as if we didn't see nothing. So what you want to do? Again, only two options. And if you're talking about going inside the house, well, you go ahead. I'm going to just drive the hell off. Just saying.
We went in through the garage door, and she pressed the button to close it.
Jesus.
Then we went from the den to the living room, and she called out for her parents.
What?
One of the doors upstairs shut. We could see and hear it. The way her house is arranged allows you to see some of the doors upstairs from the living room. The door wasn't shut forcefully, though. It was shut quietly and softly. Ashley looked at me, and I could see fear in her expression. I told her wait there, I'd go upstairs and check. So I went slowly up the stairs, down the little walkway, got to the door, looked down at Ashley one more time, then opened it. The room was dark now. I looked for the light switch in the room, but couldn't find it.
Oh.
So I said to Ashley, "Where's the light switch?" Then she screamed, "Oh my God." She said that she had her address and the code to the garage saved on her phone. It took me a second to put together what she was implying, when just then, someone grabbed my arm from inside the room and tried pulling me in. I screamed and tugged away from the grip. I started to slam the door over and over on the arm that was pulling at me, eventually getting them to let go. I heard grunting on the other side. I must have done some damage. I told Ashley to run as I came down the stairs. The front door was only a few feet away, so we got out safely. We got into my car and I called the cops right away. We sat in front of the house in my car the whole time, making sure whether to know he left the house or not. The light upstairs turned on, and 5 seconds later, whoever it was walked to the window and just stood there for a while. Couldn't tell what he was looking at, nor could we see any facial features, but I did snap at least 10 pictures to show the police when they were to arrive. Then, the guy just walked away from the window, and the light shut off. Minutes later, 2 cop cars with their lights on came speeding down the road and stopped in front of the house. I showed them the pictures before they entered the house, and we waited in my car. The cops were in there a long time. They did a seriously thorough investigation of the house. They came back out to assure us it was safe to go back in.
Yeah, alright.
We thought for sure they would be able to track the phone now that it was used as part of a crime, but to our surprise, they said there really wasn't anything they could do without Find My iPhone enabled, or the phone actually being on for that matter. All they said we could and should do was change the code for the garage lock.
What?
I had to figure out how to do that for her, but still after that, I let Ashley sleep in my house that night. When her parents got back the next day, she felt a lot safer. She got a new phone the next day, and we never pursued finding her stolen phone any further.
Did she put a password on it? What you mean? I bet you the parents were in cahoots. Yup.
March 8th, 2019, on a Friday night.
March 8th.
Me
Wow.
and 5 of my college buddies had a little night out. Not anything crazy, we just got dinner at some nice restaurant, then we hit a dive bar in the same block. We got a few drinks, played darts, and within a couple hours we were out. It wasn't until we left the bar that I realized my pockets were feeling kind of light.
Yeah.
I checked both of my pockets and realized I didn't have my phone. I told my friends to wait as I ran back inside to look for it. I checked the seats at the bar, at the area by the dartboard. I even asked the bartender. He hadn't seen it though. A couple of my friends came in, and I asked one of them to call my number, but quickly realizing that was kind of pointless in a loud, crowded bar. I asked the bartender to please call my number if my phone were to turn up. Sadly, I knew that was wishful thinking. We traced back to the restaurant to check the table we sat at.
Hey, is there there could be this on some phones. I don't know. Is there like a panic sound or something? You know what I mean? Like, say for instance somebody stole your phone or you lost your phone. And instead of calling it and having like a regular ring, right? Or God forbid it's on vibrate, it would have like a you would call like a very specific set of numbers for just your phone. Everybody has like very specific numbers, emergency, like it's not like an emergency call, to like you know, emergency call for every phone, and it's different numbers. And once you call that number, it would give off like this loud, extremely loud sound to let you know, like, where your phone is or if somebody has your phone, so like if you are in a crowded bar or whatever, or at a party or whatever, that emergency sound will be loud enough for you, like you to hear, even while playing music, or even while people are talking, or the television is on, or just background noise or whatever. Right? I don't know if phones have that. It'll be smart, but I don't know if they do. If they do, oh boy, well, I'm missing out.
Asked the staff if they had any missing phones. None. So it was safe to assume my phone was taken by someone at this point. But I still remained hopeful that maybe the bar or restaurant would call me the next day. That night, when I got home, I started cleaning myself up, getting ready for bed. For some reason, it took me that long to remember I could just use that Find My iPhone feature. I would have to sign into iCloud on my computer to use it. But when I was all signed in and everything, that little map came up on the screen. I was confused when the phone was showing up as right above my house.
Oh my God!
For a second, I felt excited, like maybe I had the phone on me the whole time.
What?
I checked the pockets of the jeans I was wearing, but it wasn't there. I had no other pockets. And I knew 1000% I had my phone with me at some point in the restaurant. So, how could it be at my house?
Sign.
Maybe someone left it at my front door.
Yeah, alright.
So I went outside and checked the stoop and the mailbox.
Really?
It wasn't there either. Either way, it was insanely late and I was exhausted. As long as it said my phone was currently at my house, I figured I'd find it in the morning. Figure out what happened. So after coming back inside the house, I did one last loop around the house, turning off all the lights and going upstairs. I sleep with the door open because I live alone.
What?
At some point, before finally climbing into bed, I heard a rattle from downstairs. It sounded like the pots and pans rack being banged into. I tiptoed downstairs. I saw that there was a light on down there somewhere. The light was leaking ever so slightly into the living room. I got to the kitchen and no one was in there, but for half a second, I could see the light from my sunroom on. It turned off just as soon as I noticed it. I walked through the kitchen to the glass door that led to the adjacent sunroom. I would have to walk inside of there to turn the light on, and there was no way I was about to do that. So I just went as close to the door as possible and looked inside. I came close to screaming out loud, and I could make out two figures standing in the darkness that was my sunroom. They were both standing nearly identically the same way, arms and legs kind of spaced out from their bodies to give an overall wider appearance to their stature. It seemed as though they had their backs to me, as I couldn't see their faces, only blackness, which I assumed was their hair. I ran to grab the kitchen phone to call 911. I reported a break-in, so the operator said there would be police arriving shortly. We would sneak up to the house, find the point of entry for the intruders, and apprehend them.
Wait a minute. Oh. Is that how they got him in his house? Because he said he sleeps with the door open? Yeah, I think so. Well, I was trying to be with you on this. I was trying to have you back. But I can't no more. You just would it make sense if I said like a red flag crime? I don't know. Well, you just had like one of those. You just had like one of those. I don't know how to say it. Basically, it was a big red flag that you caught barehanded, and now that you caught the red flag, you're clocked. Jesus, sleeping with the door open, huh? That's what we're doing? Okay.
The operator said the police would call me if they needed to, and asked me to hide in a closet and wait there until I heard the police downstairs.
Closet my ass.
And she told me to hang up and stay as quiet as possible. Waiting in that closet felt like it was taking centuries, mostly because of the tension of waiting in silence and motionlessness expecting and dreading hearing any kind of noise. And actually, I did. I heard loud clonking footsteps coming from downstairs.
I thought he said clucking.
They were coming up the stairs. They got louder and closer. Pretty soon they were near to the outside of the bedroom, but I never heard them enter the bedroom. I heard doors opening, doors to every room upstairs, until finally the door to the bedroom I was in opened. I balled up as little as possible in the corner of the closet, tucked under a blanket to hide myself. The closet door opened, and I felt my heart in my throat at this point. I did my best not to move, even though I felt my life flashing before my eyes. The door to the closet shut, and I heard footsteps leaving the room. Then I heard 2 pairs of footsteps go downstairs. I felt it was finally safe to move and breathe. After a few minutes of silence, the next sounds I heard were the voices of police officers yelling downstairs. I jumped out from the closet and rushed down to them.
I would have stayed right there.
I entered through the sunroom, actually, apparently the same way the intruders did. There were a total of 4 police officers in my house.
Dang.
The 2 intruders seemed to be gone, which was no surprise, one of the officers said. Usually the intruders would be out of the house before the cops arrive. So one of them had a notepad in hand and was taking down notes for my description of the whole night. They even took down the specific details of my phone and reported it as a lost item to somehow help with the case. After that, the cops left, but assured me there would be a car patrolling the area all night. The next day, I found my phone left on the kitchen counter. I figured they must have left it to avoid being tracked any further, because it was useless to them. My 2 friends joked around that the 2 intruders were simply trying to return my phone, and that I should find them and thank them.
Really?
Nothing has happened since, but it's hardly been a month, so I'm still kind of uneasy about sleeping in this house.
I wouldn't even, personally, I would not even take that phone back from them. I would have just got a whole new phone. Just saying. And you know, out of all these 3 stories, you know what they told me or taught me? That I don't really know the percentage of people in general, but I guess more often than not, people don't put passwords. People don't put any forms of a password on their phone, because I guess they feel like it's never going to be like, you know, nothing's ever going to happen, you know, when in reality, that's when it happens, when you least expect it. That's when shit pop off, you know. That's why I have on my phone 2 forms of like passwords, you know, either like the numbers or the fingerprint, or no, not the fingerprint, because I don't have the iPhone access. Either the number or the eyes. And then with the laptop, because of the generation I have, I can only do like the password, like typing it in. But I think like the newer Apple laptops, I think they have like a fingerprint. You can, you know, unlock your your laptop. But even then, you know, like, it's your phone, which means you should have your phone on you at all times. I don't care like where you are. You can be in your house. Have your phone on you at all times. At all times. Especially if you out in the public or at a bar or at a party, movie theater, wherever you are, have your phone on you at all, and any personal other like devices. Have it on you, practically glued to you. Because there's a lot of people out here with bad intentions. I'm not one of them. I'm just saying, they're out there. So, G's up, hoes down. That my cousin said that. I don't know why I just said that, but yeah. And I would suggest, for your phone, your laptop, your watch, whatever devices you have, I would suggest getting Adidas security. So there's that too. Now, granted, the Adidas security is expensive, but I mean it's well worth it. So just saying. But yeah, all three of these people, all three of these stories, their fault. The signs are there. The red flags are there. I don't know why mother cluckers love missing the red flags and missing the signals. I don't know why they love dodging them or loving when when the red flags just go right over their head. Jeez. But a phone is a phone, a laptop is a... Hey! Also, on the real, invest in an external hard drive. If you don't know what that means or what that is, it's like a I think I have it. Hold on, I can't really get up because I'm only underwear. Where is it? Oh, right here. I got it. So next, this is an external hard drive. It has 500 gigabytes on it. It's a lot. I bought that just in case something ever happens to my laptop, right? Whether it gets destroyed or somebody steals it or something like that. So I have a lot of personal stuff on here. So if anything ever does happen to my laptop or I decide to get a new laptop, I can just transfer the personal stuff, the videos and stuff like that and pictures. I can put them on here and then put them on a new laptop. You feel me? So, it's definitely an external hard drive is definitely worth the investment because you just don't know when things happen. Things do happen. So, just saying. External hard drive is a great investment. So, just saying. Keep it cool, keep it classy, and I love you. Stay happy, my family.